It's great. I didn't get a music intro. I just did a show earlier tonight. They didn't have music. It's fantastic. How's everybody doing tonight? You having a good time? So I'm curious, does anybody have like a different tone of voice that they use like for their pet or like their significant other? Like does anybody like talk in a different voice? Yeah?
I'm a kindergarten teacher.
You're a kindergarten, okay, so like you talk to those kids a little bit different than you do like your husband. So for some reason, my brain, that part of my brain just like switches at a moment's notice. So I work in retail. I sell dress clothes, as you can probably tell. But a customer the other day asked me a simple question. He's like, is this shirt gonna wrinkle? And out of nowhere, my brain was like, talk to him like he's your 4-year-old nephew. And I was like, you don't want that shirt, he's gonna wrinkle. And it's like, I'm all creepy. I was like, the only way that transaction could have gone worse if I started like poking his belly like, your tum-tum's gonna hang out of that shirt. But yeah, I've had a lot of embarrassing moments in retail. One time a gentleman, he was ringing out, and I was just trying to have casual conversation with him, and I was like, oh, did you find everything you need today? And he was all distraught, and he was like, yeah, we just spent an hour at Victoria's Secret. And I was trying to be all cute with him, and be like, well, at least we'll do for the both of you. And he just looks at me with like a dead face, and he's like, that's my daughter. What are you doing shopping at Victoria's Secret with your daughter? So I'm bad at the sex. One way you can tell is because I just called it the sex. Another way is probably how I dance. Ladies, do you believe you can tell how a guy is in by like how he is in bed by how he dances? Do you believe that?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean I'm not like terrible, but I just do better when there's like dances with instructions or rules, like one hop this time. And, like everybody's on the same page, we're all doing the same thing. I think the least appealing dancing is probably older guys dancing to classic rock music. I don't know what it is, if like they were given an epidural before they went on the dance floor, their like feet are stuck in cement, but it's just all shoulders and upper body movement, like not even like stepping side to side, just all shoulder. Like I'd be scared to see how that translates to the bedroom, it's like all shoulders. No head movement whatsoever. Just letting things marinate down there. So I'm a big fan of this like the whole body positivity movement that's been a thing recently. When I was dating more, I found out that not every woman wants a tall, dark, and handsome man. Some women are okay with their guys being a little more fun-sized. I have a girlfriend who's taller than me, she's fantastic. It has its benefits though, like if she drops something on the ground, like I'll pick it up, I'm closer. We want to go on a trip together, like she just put me right in the upright, just took me right along. Or if she wants to shop for clothes for me as a gift, like shopping in the kids' department's a lot less expensive than adults. When we cuddle at night, I'm less like a big spoon, more like a backpack. I just kind of I like to think that she's like Dora the Explorer, and we're just going on a little adventure. Like, where are we going today, honey? She's fantastic for putting up with me. Does anybody have kids here? Does anybody have kids? Woo! I don't have kids. Woo! I love it. No kids here. At one point in my life, I did try for kids. My ex-wife and I, we were trying, and so I had to get tested. And the way I thought that would play out is you go to a doctor's office, they put you in a room with some like adult material, you put a specimen in a cup, and then they test it. No, that is not how that works. Like, no, you just do it at home, just bring it in. So here I am at home masturbating into a solo cup, which was appropriate for 2 reasons. One, I was by myself, and 2, I've never felt so low in my life. I remember driving into the hospital, and like, you just keep it in between your legs, you gotta keep it at room temperature, touch your body heat. And of all days that my best friend's mom was working reception at the hospital, it was that day. And she was so excited to see me, I felt terrible. She was like, oh, Keller, it was great to see you. She's like, what you got there? And I'm like trying to explain it like a chef at a fine dining restaurant, like, what I have prepared for you today. For protein of sorts. And I had to do that twice. That was fantastic. All that to find out that there's no pulp in my orange juice. So we did try alternative methods, which I did not realize that depending on the genetic profile that you're purchasing, there's a different cost associated with it. So like blonde hair, blue eyes is pretty expensive. as where if it's like a redhead, it's like half the cost, and like they throw in a 5-gallon drum of sunscreen, some Kohl's Cash. Which, by the way, how have more businesses not incorporated like a Kohl's Cash type of model? Does anybody use Kohl's Cash here? Is anybody attention to that? I had a girlfriend one time, and she was like, "Babe, we're losing money if I don't spend this Kohl's Cash." So what does she do? She spends more than the Kohl's Cash, and then gets more Kohl's Cash that she has to use at a later date. Like imagine like at an adult club, you go up to the end zone and they're like, "Babe, I gotta spend these booty bucks. We're losing money. My titty tickets expire soon." Ridiculous. I think I would want kids though for just some of the crazy shit that they do. Like my cousin as a kid, he's at that age where like he realizes that boys have boy parts that should not be available or seen at all times. And one day he was eating fruit snacks before dinner, and my cousin was like, "Evan, you gotta quit with the fruit snacks. We're having dinner soon. You're gonna spoil it." So this kid decides to threaten his daddy. He comes around the corner like Pooh Bear it, just pants below his knees. And he looks him in the eye and he's like, "This isn't going away till somebody gives me more fruit snacks." Like threatening his dad. Like imagine doing that as an adult, like you're trying to get a raise, you're like, "All right, Bill, I didn't want to have to do this, but this isn't going away till I get a pay increase." Calm down, Mike. We just need you to greet the customers as they come in the door. Like I said, I'm not smooth in the bedroom. You gotta switch it up a little bit. My girlfriend, she did let me try anal the other week, which was kind of something a little different. Yeah. I wasn't really a big fan though. Like I could not walk right for like 4 days. It's my bad having the sex. I've been told that I have a voice for radio and a face for radio, which is weird because when I was in high school, I actually wanted to go to school to be a radio DJ, and then I realized how competitive it was and low pay. So instead of doing stand-up comedy, it makes perfect sense. But I don't know. I had one girlfriend, she's really into guys with accents, and then I thought that was cool, except I realized the only accent I could do was like the over-the-top Australian accent from the Outback, where it was like, "Limited time only, 999. I'd like to didgeridoo you." Like, how about we didgeridoo? Maybe the radio voice, though, is what I should have used for when we were in bed. Like, "You're sleeping with Mike, giving you everything but the hips." All right, thank you guys for giving me some time here.